Okay, so this is going to be a little bit trickier. I'm going to have to use like a power ratchet wrench to attach a drill bit to it, hopefully. And long story short, I'm going to have to drill into that wood there to prevent, I'm going to have to put some screws through there. This is going to be to prevent the lift. And then that board is going to get screwed into this larger, taller board. And that larger, taller board, I'm going to run screws down the length of this metal. And I'm probably just going to use regular wood screws and just go right through the metal. I'm not going to use the existing holes because that just makes it too complicated, fucking around with riv nuts and bolts and all that shit. It's just run some nice thick screws, maybe 4 or 5 of them down through that piece of wood there vertically. And so this piece of wood, the first one, the short one, I'm going to make sure that it's against the outside wall of the van. That way when you slam this thing shut, if for any reason that thing ever got jolted, which it shouldn't, because all the jolt should hit here. As long as you put a proper spacer between this and this, it should be hitting this. But just in case, I'm setting that on the outside. That way that metal doesn't ever get jolted through. And then meanwhile, this board here will be along this inside wall, screwed against that, and that's going to prevent the lift. So when you extend the drawer all the way, that's going to allow this to basically be in a nice bind where this cannot be lifted up, so you can have lots of weight in the drawer and extend it out of the van, and this isn't going to come flying up because this little bit of metal that's left, that's not going to hold it. That's just not enough metal. Now the other side, on the other side there is enough metal, so I think on the other side what I'm going to end up doing is just probably running like a little nub over there, nothing crazy. And that way it just doesn't get pulled out, because that's the other thing you have to do. You have to prevent it from pulling out when the drawer gets fully extended. So I'm probably just going to attach a little nub of 2x4 over there on that one. And so that's what this also does over here, is it prevents this from being pulled out. Okay, so this big tall long board will prevent that from getting pulled out. So the biggest thing is I got to make sure I put in enough screws into the 2x4 here that those screws don't get broken. And so I got to drill a bunch of holes. And even if I got this out of the way here, this right here is still in the way. Even if I got this board out of the way, this is still in the way. So I don't think I can fit a conventional drill down in there. So I got to get a ratchet, power ratchet, to hopefully attach a drill bit to and attack it that way. All right, see ya.